Nothing between my soul and Yahusha, so that His blessed face may be seen. Nothing preventing the least of His favor. Yahusha is mine. Let nothing between, nothing between my soul and Yeshua, so that His blessed face may be seen. I have deserved all lies and deceptions. Yahusha is mine. Let nothing between. Yah is moving by His Spirit, moving in all the earth. Signs and wonders when Yah moveth. Move, oh Yah, in me. Good evening, world. It has been a beautiful day. It has been the preparation day for Yah's set apart Sabbath of the fourth quarter of the 13th lunation, 6005. The skies have been beautiful. The cloud bears so many messages from Yah. And this evening I am on the street to acknowledge and to welcome Yah's set apart Sabbath, Lunation 29, 6005. This will be the last Sabbath of the biblical lunar year 6005. After the ending of the Sabbath, then the new moon will appear and a new year will begin. I just want to give Yahuwah my highest praise, and I just want to thank Him that in love And in mercy, He has kept us alive despite our waywardness and our disobedience. I want to thank our Heavenly Father for doing all to wake up His people to the holiness and importance of His Sabbath day. I would think that it grieved the heart of Yahuwah our Father to see that His children have been deceived in such a terrible manner. But this evening I can take heart that this has not been the first time Yah's people have forgotten His Sabbath. And I am now learning that it is Yah Himself who have caused His Sabbaths to be forgotten. And I am very thankful to Yah that at this time when He is gathering His children, Israel, from the four corners of the earth, He has put it in the heart of His servants to reveal to the world that Saturday nor Sunday is not His holy Sabbath. He have put it in the heart of men, those who know probably for years and held their peace are now coming forward and are putting out videos instructing and teaching us that your Sabbath is determined by the new moon. I am going to read a few texts this evening where it points out that it is Yah Himself who has caused His Sabbaths to forgotten. I'm going to turn to Lamentation 2, verses 3 to 6 as I read. Yah is moving by His Spirit, moving in all the earth. Signs and wonders when Yah moveth. Okay, let me do it quickly, as quick as I can, because I'm going to be out of light. Lamentation 2, verses 3 to 6. In fierce anger, Yah has cut off every horn, strength, and pride of Israel. He has withdrawn His right hand at the approaching of the enemy. He burned against Jacob like the burning fire, which devours on every side. He bent his bows like an enemy. His right hand was prepared like the adversary. He has slain all who were gazing to the eye of the tabernacle of the daughters of Zion. He has poured out his fury. Yahuwah became like an enemy. He has swallowed up Israel. He has swallowed up all her palaces. He has destroyed her fortresses and has increased He has destroyed her fortresses and her created it's really hard. I'm not seeing at all. All right, I'm not seeing at all. How did I do this? Let me see if I find it. It's gonna be a problem. Yes. Yeah. He has destroyed her fortresses and has increased mourning and lamentation in the daughters of Judah. He has laid waste the tabernacles as if it were a garden. He has destroyed his holy places. He has destroyed his place of the congregation. Yahuwah has caused the appointed feast and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion. In the indignation of his anger, he has displaced the king and the priest. Yahuwah has rejected his altar. He has abhorred the sanctuary. He gave over to his enemy the walls of her palaces. They have made a noise as the, I'm sorry, I can't see. Yes. Well, I just cannot see. I just cannot see. But Yah'S has caused the Sabbaths to be forgotten. I think I feel something. Oh yeah. I think I'm in business. He's moving. Praise Yah. By His Spirit. Move. Yes, I think I'm able to see now. Yes, in fierce anger, Yah has cut off every horn, strength, and pride of Israel. He has withdrawn his right hand at the approach of the enemy. He burned against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devour on every side. He bent his bow like an enemy. His right hand was prepared like an adversary. He has slain all who were pleasing to the eye in the tabernacle of the daughters of Zion. He has poured out his fury. Yahweh became like an enemy. He has swallowed up Israel. He has swallowed up all her palaces. He has destroyed her fortresses and has increased mourning and lamentation in the daughter of Judah. He has laid waste his tabernacles as if it were a garden. He has destroyed his place of the congregation. Yahuwah has caused the appointed feast and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion. In the indignation of his anger, he has despised the king and the priest. Yahuwah has rejected his altars. He has abhorred his sanctuary. He gave over to the enemy the walls of her palaces. They have made a noise in the house of Yahuwah as though it were an appointed feast day. Yahuwah planned to destroy the walls of the daughters of Zion. He has stretched out a line. He has not withdrawn his hand from the destruction, so he may rampart the wall and wail, lament together. They languished. Yes, it is Yahoo. Oh, what a beautiful scenery. Look at the sky. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's a beautiful sunset. And Yah's Sabbath has begun. Yah's Sabbath is the memorial of his great creation. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day Yah ended his work which he has made, and he rested on the seventh day. Thus Yahuwah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Yes, family and friends, the sky is so beautiful. Yah is sending a message to earth, to the world, that his Sabbath has begun. Holy Sabbath, day of rest, praise Yah. By Yahusha, richly blessed. It was a sign shall be true out of eternity. Yes, family and friends on the world, It is Yahuwah, our Elohim, that caused his Sabbaths to be forgotten, as well as his name, because of Israel's rebellion and sin. We all need to know that sin, which is the transgression of Yah's law, is the only thing on earth that separates Yahuwah from his people. Now Yahuwah is calling us to remember his Sabbath day, to keep it holy, as well as to call upon his name. I would like to look at a few more text verses this evening to see if I can show us that it is Yah that caused his Sabbaths to be forgotten. So let me see if I can find one text, if I can. Well, I may not where to find different texts, but I'm just gonna read a recap of the way Yah led Israel, whom he so much loved. I'm gonna just read a few verses. This is Nehemiah recalling the way Yah led Israel from Egypt through the wilderness, and remind them that they should remember his Sabbath, which have been lost because of their slavery in Egypt. I'm going to take a look and see where I can, is it Nehemiah 9? I'm going to start from verses 7. You are Yahuwah our Father, who chose Abram and brought him out of Ur of the Chaldeans and gave him the name Abraham. When you found his heart faithful in front of you, you made a covenant with him to give him the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, and the Amorites, the Perizzites, and the Jebusites, and the Gushatites, to give to his descendant. You have kept the promise you have made, for you are righteous. You saw the affliction of our fathers in Egypt, and you heard their cry by the Red Sea. You sent miraculous signs and wonders against Pharaoh and against all his officials and against all the people of his land, for you knew that they had acted proudly against our fathers. You made a name for yourself, as it is this day. You divided the Red Sea in front of them, so they went through the midst of the sea on dry ground. But their pursuers you hurled into the depths like a stone into the mighty waters. You led them by day with a pillar of cloud, and by night with a pillar of fire, to give them light on the way they were to go. You came down from the Mount of Sinai and spoke with them from the heavens and gave them just ordinances and true laws and righteous statutes and commandments. You made them known. You made known to them your holy Sabbath and commanded them precepts, statutes, and laws through the hand of Moses your servant. You gave them bread from heaven for their hunger and brought them water out of the rock for their thirst. You ordered them to go in and take possession of the land which you vowed with an oath to give them. This is the sad part. But they, our fathers, acted arrogantly and stiffened their necks in stubbornness and did not listen to your commandment. They refused to obey and failed to remember your miracles which you performed among them. They became stubborn, and in their rebellion they chose a leader in order to return to their bondage. But you are our Father, willing to forgive, merciful and compassionate, slow to anger, with unfailing kindness, for you did not forsake them. Well, I think I'll end with this verse just to remind us that the command is that we remember the Yah's Sabbath day to keep it holy. Just to remind us that Saturday nor Sunday is not Yah's holy Sabbath. Saturday was fixed as the Sabbath by Constantine in the year AD 350, just like Sunday was fixed, and Easter and Christmas. Yahuwah is now calling all Israel to return to the Sabbath, which is directed by the new moon. Isaiah 66 verses 22 and 23 says, "For as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, says Yahuwah." Ezekiel 20 verse 12 says, "Moreover also I gave them my Sabbath, that it shall be a sign between me and them, that they may know that I am Yahuwah, who sanctifies them." Yah's set-apart Sabbath is his sign between himself and Israel. Through Moses, Yah command Israel to remember his Sabbath day to keep it holy, because Yah's Sabbath is a perpetual sign between himself and Israel throughout all their generations. Yah commanded Moses If anyone break his Sabbath, that soul should be put to death. I urge us this evening upon this the beginning of the last Sabbath for the biblical year 6005 to honor Yah's Sabbath, to keep it holy, so that we will receive his seal. The only thing that can keep us in the day of trouble, which is about to leech upon this world. Remember your Sabbath day to keep it holy. Let's not be disobedient. Let's remember that to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. He that said he loved me ought also to walk, even as Yah'S shall walk. John or Yachaman 15:14 says, if he love me, keep my commandment. Revelation 22 verses 14 says, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Let us hallow your Sabbath now and keep it holy. It is the very last Sabbath of the biblical year 6005. Holy Sabbath, day of rest, by you shall richly bless. It to us a sign shall be throughout all eternity. Yes, happy Sabbath. It was a delight to see the sunset this evening. Have a holy rest. Happy Sabbath. Let's walk in obedience so that we will